Top TV shows you can't stop watching. When it comes to TV shows, some are good for daily or weekly doses, where simply watching one episode at a time still soothes the soul. But on the other hand, other TV shows are absolutely addictive, and you just can't stop watching at 1 in the morning while you know you should be resting up because work starts in 8 hours, and you need at least 6 good hours of sleep. Well, cheers to supporting your TV show addiction. Here are the top TV shows you can't stop watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe button, then ring the notification bell for your daily fix of informative and entertaining videos. The Walking Dead, 2010 to 2022. It's packed with horror and drama, and this thriller rates an 8.2 on IMDb, with 10 reasons ready for your viewing pleasure available now. The 11th season coming out in August of 2021. And although the plot encompasses various characters throughout the series, the main constant character is Sheriff Deputy Rick Grimes, played by Andrew Lincoln, who wakes up from a coma and realizes the world has been in chaos as the dead walk the streets and hunt the living. The next constant is Norman Reedus, who plays as Daryl Dixon, the loyal, rugged biker survivalist. Also gracing the screen is Melissa McBride, who plays as Carol Pelletier, a woman who was simply a housewife yet had the heart and intelligence to master marksmanship, knife and hand-to-hand combat, weapons of arsenal, and becomes a full-fledged master survivalist. 24. 2001 to 2010. 24 reigned for a decade, winning Primetime Emmy Awards for Outstanding Writing for a Drama Series, Outstanding Actors, Outstanding Stunt Coordination, and even Best Television Series, just to name a few. This action crime drama follows Jack Bauer, played by Kiefer Sutherland, who races against the clock to subvert terrorist plots and save his nation from ultimate disaster. With a superb leading actress being Marilyn Ricecub as Chloe O'Brien, Jack's most trusted colleague, 24 has high IMDb ratings of 8.2. Weeds, 2005 to 2012. This comedy crime drama with a rating of 7.9 has some wild twists and eye-popping moments. It follows a suburban mother who becomes a drug lord selling marijuana in order to provide for her family and maintain their lifestyle. When Nancy Bodwin, played by Nancy Louise Parker, picks up the street pharmacy trade, she's surprised to learn just how many of her uppity neighbors actually medicate with weed chronically. The X-Files, 1993 to 2018. We've all heard of this crime, drama, mystery, and the theme song is a tune that you'll never forget. Ranked at 8.6 by IMDb, the storyline is all about two FBI agents, Fox Mulder, the believer in paranormal, and Dana Scully, the skeptic. This duo investigates the strange and unexplained, also known as the X-Files. As they uncover the truth that is definitely out there, hidden forces work to impede their efforts. Stranger Things, 2016 to present. Speaking of Stranger Things is a fantastic horror drama fantasy about a young boy who disappears. This prompts his mother, a police chief, and his friends to confront terrifying supernatural forces in order to get him back. Thanks to the interesting yet eerie storyline and the main actors like Millie Bobby Brown, Finn Wolfhard, Winona Ryder, and David Harbour, audiences have rated this great midnight flick at 8.7. Seinfeld, 1989 to 1998. From Kramer's no-knock policy to Jerry's dry sense of humor, George as the awkward and constantly frustrated sidekick and the bold and blunt Elaine and her horribly cute non-rhythmical dances, Seinfeld is rated at 8.8 by the people and the critics. Already considered to be a comedy must-see legend, even younger generations will discover why they should watch the decade-long misadventures of the neurotic New York City stand-up comedian Jerry Seinfeld and his equally neurotic New York City friends. The Office, 2005 to 2013. This comedy is given a top score of 8.9 in a mockumentary of a group of typical office workers, where the workday consists of ego clashes, inappropriate behavior, and hilarious tedium. Originally created by Ricky Gervais and Stephen Mentioned in the United Kingdom, then Germany, and subsequently the United States, it also has been remade in 8 other countries. Its American-made version stars Steve Carell, Jenna Fisher, John Krasinski, and Rainn Wilson. The Big Bang Theory, 2007 to 2019. While we're talking about uber funny comedies, The Big Bang Theory is a romantic sitcom with the hilarious personalities and friendships that allows it to be put on the same shelf as Friends. The plot begins when Penny, played by Kaylee Cuoco, moves into an apartment across the hall from two brilliant but socially awkward physicists. Although they have a great lineup of tremendously talented cast members, Sheldon, played by Jim Parsons, is the most outlandish, thus hilarious. Sheldon has an IQ of 187, yet his social skills are fundamentally lacking, and he has difficulties recognizing irony and sarcasm from others while also often employing them. He also displays highly idiosyncratic behavior and a general lack of humility, empathy, and toleration. His character was so much of a breakthrough, a spin-off version was created called Young Sheldon. Dead Like Me, 2003 to 2004. Dead Like Me is a mundane, fantastic black comedy television series created by Brian Fuller, who originally sent in some stories for Star Trek's Deep Space Nine before working his way up to co-producer of Star Trek Voyager series. The plot Dead Like Me follows Georgia Lass, played by Ellen Muth, who is an unmotivated 18-year-old slacker, college dropout, living with her unhappily married parents and withdrawn younger sister. When Georgia finally gets a job, on her first day, she loses an important file down an elevator shaft, unwittingly insults the boss, and to top it all off, she's killed on her lunch break in the most meaningless, freakish accident. Instead of going off to the blissful afterlife, Georgia is drafted to serve as a Grim Reaper. Deadwood, 2004 to 2006. This crime drama western with an 8.6 rating on IMDb was actually based on true events, starring Timothy Olyphant, Ian McShane, Molly Parker, and Brad Dourif. Deadwood depicts the weeks following the Custer Massacre and other tales of lawlessness, crime, and corruption. Prison Break, 2005 to 2017. With a top score of 8.3, this action crime drama went international and was actually a favorite film of Korean students learning English as a foreign language. The plot is all about a political conspiracy of an innocent man who was sent to death row, and his only person who knows of his innocence and can help is his brother, Schofield, played by Wentworth Miller. Schofield makes it his mission to deliberately get himself sent to the same prison in order to break both of them out of prison. House of Cards, 2013 to 2018. This TV drama, rated 8.7 by IMDb, is a story of a U.S. Congressman, Frank Underwood, played by Kevin Spacey, a Democrat from South Carolina's 5th Congressional District, and a House majority who exacts revenge on his countrymen who voted against him becoming the U.S. Secretary of State. To get that revenge, he works with his equally conniving wife Claire Underwood, portrayed by Robin Wright. Developed and produced by Bo Williamson, it's an adaptation of a previous BBC miniseries of the same name, which is based on the novel by Michael Dobbs. The Return, 2012 to 2015. The eerie dramatic series of fantasy and horror got a high rating of 8.1 on IMDb, but only on an audience score of about 60% on Rotten Tomatoes. The setting takes place in a small French mountain town where everyone knows each other. But things go haywire when the dead begin to inexplicably return as if their death never happened. This paranormal phenomenon forces the townsfolk to confront their difficult past as they seek to make sense of this strange occurrence. Dexter, 2006 to 2013. The show of crime, drama, and intense mystery smothered in shocking action follows the life of Dexter Morgan, played by Michael C. Hall, a Miami Metro Police Department blood pattern analyst with a double life. Although he investigates murders in the homicide division during the day, by night, Dexter is on the prowl hunting and ceremoniously killing murderers who have escaped the justice system. It's a Showtime original series with a rating of 8.6. Breaking Bad, 2008 to 2013. The crime drama thriller Breaking Bad broke records and scored 9.4 on IMDb. Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul did a fantastic job performing along with the rest of the cast members, which has won accolades galore. Bryan Cranston plays as Walter White, a high school chemistry teacher diagnosed with an operable lung cancer who then turns to manufacturing and selling methamphetamine in order to secure his family's future after his demise. Aaron Paul plays as Walter White's partner, assistant cook, and dealer Jesse Pinkman. The thrilling crime drama was so popular with so many elaborate characters that the show got a spin-off called Better Call Saul. Better Call Saul, 2015 to present. The crime drama Better Call Saul got a rating of 8.8 on IMDb, and it covers the trials and tribulations of criminal lawyer Jimmy McGill, played by Bob Odenkirk. However, Better Call Saul takes place before he established his strip mall law office in Albuquerque, New Mexico, which is when he finally met Walter White and the Breaking Bad adventures. The Sopranos, 1999 to 2007. The Sopranos is a crime drama series that ranked 9.2 on IMDb. This is one of those films that are so popular with amazing reviews that if you're one who hasn't seen it yet, keep that information to yourself because it might get you slapped by your friends. The setting takes place in New Jersey with mob boss Tony Soprano and deals with personal and professional issues in his home and business life that affects his mental state, leading him to seek professional psychiatric counseling. Game of Thrones, 2011 to 2019. As for another TV series that will cause your friends to attack you if you haven't watched, we have Game of Thrones. In this Game of Thrones, 9 noble families fight for control over the lands of Westeros, while an ancient enemy returns after being dormant for millennia. Along with countless accolades attributed to Game of Thrones, it also scored a 9.2 on IMDb. Which of them inspired and amused you the most? Give us your thoughts. Then be sure to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and share this video.